Well, hello my chums, welcome back to the little channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we're down the River Tyne again and we've come down to a lovely sunny Hebburn. So as I said, welcome back. Hope everybody's well. Hope you've been getting out, getting some fishing done yourself. I've come down today, down to Hebburn. As I said, it's not the marina, it's further along where I had a video last time on the grass. It's a very big tide. I'm going to stick it up in the top corner for you there. Against all odds, I've come down. I wasn't going to, because tides like these are never good, in my experience, on the river. There's already a lot of weed in the water, which is off the high tide line. The tide's taking it in. There's loads of big logs floating about, so it could be a bit of a ball ache of a session, to be quite honest with you, but I'm going to try anyway. I've got some lovely lugworm today, which I got from Lenny's in North Shields. Absolutely cracking blow lug. Ragworm is nowhere to be seen at the moment. Even at work, we're not going to get any for 6 weeks. There's been a problem. It's cultivated, it comes from abroad, and there's been a problem with the heat, so no ragworm. I do have a bit of frozen crab, which I may chuck on as we approach high tide. It's an hour and a half before high at the moment, and I'm going to fish it about an hour back. I'm not very hopeful, but it's nice to be out, isn't it? I had to get out just to get some fresh air, as we all do, you know, get the old think tank clear. I thought I'd just come down and do it today. So what I'm using, I'm keeping it really simple today. The wind's blowing everything. Really simple today. So I'm using a one hooked clip down rig, and I'm using grip leads because the tide's so big. I'm using 6 ounce. I've got my big rods out today, which I don't normally do, as you know. I like my little rods, but I kind of missed them, and I thought I wanted to come out, I wanted to just caress them a little bit, you know, so as you do. So I've got the 2 rods out. I've got my T800 and my Tip Tornado Super Match, which are 2 of my favourite rods. But yeah, I'll get these sorted out, get them put together, and I'll show you where we're at. So I've got the first rod out fishing. Tide's pulling quite hard as I thought, but it will ease off. Lot of weed. So this is the rig, simple as they come. I'm hoping you can see all right with the sun, but so top end swivel. It's an Arno steroid swivel. All my terminal gears Arno, as you know. I haven't got the Arno crimps on actually today. I didn't have any left. So I've got the crimp, 2 beads, another swivel, a steroid swivel there, and a spring. It's a little SRT, which helps the rig release from the snood release from the rig, sorry, should I say. So going down, I've got an Arno bait stop there because I'm using worm and I don't want it flying up. And I've got a size 2 Arno Aberdeen and a 6 ounce grip lead. Don't know what kind, it's SKMs, that's what these are. I can never remember the name of these. Very simple rig. The whole rig is only 2 foot long. Stand back there. Whole rig's only 2 foot, that's it. The reason being, on these big tides, I like to fish as close to the bottom as I can, so I keep it simple and keep it pinned down. I want the bait to stay on the deck. Normally I would use a small, very small up and over, or a Tyne rig as I call it, where the snood would come off the bottom here, would be attached here, and it would come off at the length of snood. It would go up about a foot and a bit, over and down, so just a 2 foot snood pinned right at the deck, or sometimes even a foot. I find it helps on the big tides because the fish seem to hug the bottom. But we'll try this one today, see where we get. We haven't got one up, one down today. Both rods are going to have a single bait on, and that's that. I haven't put the second one out yet. I'm about to, and we'll see where we are with the crab situation there. Just wanted to quickly show you this as well. There's my lugworm, beautiful little blow lug, got a lot of iodine in them. Now what I do, and not everybody likes to do this, but I do. So I get the lugworm, tail end there, head end there, break the tail off, like so. So I end up with that. And then from the hook, I go tail first. I like the head of the worm. I'm just going to gently, it's hard doing it, holding it like this because I'm holding it in the air. Just going to gently thread it on for you, like so. You could use a bait needle if you want. Trying not to pop it, but I think it's going to pop. There we go. So down like that to the stop, and that's the bait. That's the way I like to hook my lugworm. You've seen it. All the juices are going everywhere, but that's the way I like to hook my lugworm. Head first at the bottom, tail end at the top. Let's get it out. So that's the rig, clipped up, ready to go. Just a simple clip. It's just a normal clip, rig clip, nothing special. Single worm, that's what's going out. Because we don't know what's going on. I wouldn't think there'll be much going on at the moment. It's tight, the weed. There's weed for at least 50 yards out, so we're going to get stuck on weed at some point. I've got my brakes on pretty hard because of the wind. Yeah, I'm only chucking it about 60 yards. Reel sounds as rough as a badger's. I think they need service, these, to be honest. Right, the chances are we're going to catch a lot of weed here. I can just tell. It's horrendous. I've never seen it so bad, actually. It is a big tide. I mean, it's a 5 metre tide, but... Right, we'll get this other one in. Right, this one's been in a while, and I would expect this to be stripped clean. Sorry if the sun's in the camera. Can't really do much about it at the moment. We're out the mud, and there's nothing there. I'm using my pen casting specials today. I do love them. Some people don't like multipliers these days now. Seem to be, everyone's on the meat grinders. I do like me fixed spools myself, but there is times I like to use my multipliers. It's a horrible knot there. Yeah, I got a lot of fine grass on the leader knot as well. It's gonna be horrendous today, I can tell. We've got weed. There's lots of it in the river. Hopefully, on the ebb, it'll go to the other side and it'll go down and out. Right, that's been stripped clean. Crabs, obviously. What I'll do is I'll stick to one worm for a little while, and then I'll at the end of the session I'll bulk up and put a couple of worm on and a bit of crab, make some bigger baits up. Right, get this one rigged up and back out. Right, that's those out. Let's see what's about, eh? Probably not a lot. As you know, I fished here a few times. You normally get small flounders, whiting, small codling. It's in the winter months though, and this spot really takes off, I think. From kind of November through to February, you can get some good fish here. It's not as good as it was, but it's like everywhere else, times have changed. But you can get some good bags here, and it's a very popular mark. As I've said in previous videos, it's very easy to get to. You can get your car right next to you. If you've got any walking problems or anything, not a bother. You can just get straight out the car, rods out, and you're fishing. You can fish the whole stretch along right down to the bushes and beyond. You can go further around if you want. It's a little bit different further on. You've got to park at the top and walk down. And I personally wouldn't leave my car there because it can be a bit ropey. But yeah, it's a good mark. All you local people will know exactly what this can fish like. But it's a lovely sunny day. We've got the wind, as always. Kind of get away from the wind when you're fishing the river. But it's a lovely sunny day, and I thought to myself, get out and get something done, because I wasn't going to do a video this week, but I had the bait. I just looked at that lugworm and I just thought that is meant to be fished with, so here I am. Just while I'm on, guys, get a lot of people at work coming in asking about flasks for the frozen baits, and I've used loads over the years. I've used the Thermos wide mouth, I've tons of them. Everything that's come in, you had little specials and all that, absolutely rubbish they are. I've never found a good one until I started using these ones. It's that, what are they called? The Life Venture 800, and I've got, this is the smaller one, and I've got the Life Venture 1000, which is slightly bigger. You get these from certain outdoor places. I've got nothing to do with them. I've got nothing to do with the, you know, I'm not endorsed or anything like that. This is just one that I found. Absolutely bulletproof, absolutely solid. I'll take the caps off because I don't need them. I just use this. It's even got a narrower top if you want, but I keep that screwed in. It's that one. So you can have a narrower opening if you want, as you can see. I just keep that one screwed down and I just take the lid off. But these ones, I love them. They're the only ones that I've used, and I've used them for 2 years now, that do the job. They keep me crab frozen for 8 hours plus, no problem at all. Anything that I put in, you get quite a few crab in. I mean, this is the 800 version. The 1000 one's obviously a little bit longer. You get even more in, good for your blacks and things like that. But they're absolutely fantastic. And if you are going to get one for the winter season coming up, definitely have a look at these. If you really do want to know where you get them from, because I'm not going to advertise, just look online. Actually, just put Life Venture 800 in online and you'll find them. Well worth the money. They're about 20 quid, something like that. Best I've ever had. Absolutely solid, brilliant. Get yourselves one. Do yourselves a favour. Well, baits are coming back clean. We know the culprit's there, don't we? That was cleaner than when it went out. Well, before there was a bait on anyway. Right, keep going. So it's quiet as expected. I'm going to put my first crab bait out. I've got a nice half a crab here, clipped down. We're going to try that. These tides, I mean, I'm sounding like I'm making excuses, but these tides are horrific in the river. When you get these big tides in the summer, it never does anything for me, but I thought I've got to come out and give it a go. In the winter, it's a different story. When there's slightly bigger fish in the river, they like that big tide, but when it's the summer, I've never done well personally, like on the big tides, but we're going to get this out and give it a shot. One thing to watch for if you come down here, I don't know if you saw at the end of that clip, but sometimes the little boy chavvy racers come along this road and they do ridiculous speeds, 60, 70 mile an hour, so try and make sure you park your car tucked in, and just be aware of your surroundings if you're going to step off onto the path or anything. There's people down here with dogs walking and stuff as well, and they just come tearing up, you know. It's one of them things, you know, when you get the first hair on your testicles. Lug and crab on this next one. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Can't say I'm not trying. That wind's cross-cutting the cast. It's a good job I've got mag brakes on this, because remember the last time I was down here I'd exploded. I had the mags right off. I've got some new line to spool these up with for the season, but I didn't want to do it today with this fishing in this with a weed and stuff, because I thought I'd probably end up getting snagged up and snapping off, you know. But nothing as yet, but we shall continue. Just on the subject of reels, guys, anybody who lives locally, like northeast, you know, like South Tyneside area, I am looking for another casting special. So if you do happen to have one lying about that you've not used, or you don't like it or whatever, drop us a line. You can get in touch with us via the Facebook page, Northeast Angling. You can just drop us a message on there. If you've got one and you're local and you want a shot of it, let's see if we can do something, because I want another spare one for the winter. I've got two, but I need a third in case I have another birdie nest, you know, like I did the last time. But yeah, if you've got one, hit us up. Even if it's not about a reel, if you do want to have a chat with us and stuff, just get on the Facebook page. If nobody's aware of it, it is Northeast Angling on Facebook. You can message us on there as well. I don't tend to add a lot of people on my Facebook personal page. Again, I've been getting a lot of friend requests, which, don't get us wrong, I'm not being a bigot about it. It's lovely. It's really nice that you want to communicate with us, you know, but it's my personal page for my family and friends. So if you just pop on the North East Angling one, you can contact us there just the same. But yeah, if you've got a reel and you're wanting shot, give us a shout. Well, it's pretty dead, me chums. I thought I had a rattle before. I was unsure, but nothing came of it. I've just been on a call with my friend, a video call. He's just had himself a nice place at the mouth of the river, and he's been trying for ages, so well done to you, Andrew. I know it's taken a while for you, mate. But they are there, as you say. They are there, as you say. I tell you what, my casting's getting rusty. I don't cast enough with the big rods. I used to be out every weekend at one time on the field, and I used to be in same casting club a long time ago when I'm in my 20s. Used to do a lot of casting up there. I was obsessed with it at one point, like some are, but you know what? It's a means to an end. You don't need big casts. Depends. It can depend where you're fishing. It might give you the edge at time, but the 90% of the time you don't need to cast for. I get a lot of people who come into the shop who are beginners, and they say, oh, I'm only casting 40, 50 yards, that's all I can get. Well, yeah, there's room for improvement, but you don't have to cast miles, to be honest. And your technique's got to be spot on all the time. I'm as rusty as hell. I don't really cast much now. I just all lobs, but it's part of just being chilled, you know, just chilling out, man. But there's nothing doing apart from the lovely weather, because it is nice. It's windy, but it's very warm, very, very sweaty. But yeah, great news for my friend there anyway, as I say. Been after a place for what he's been fishing all season for them. Eventually got one, 35 centimetres. Cracking fish. Nice to see. At least not everybody's blanking like me, eh? Definitely a specimen, chums. Kate Bush. Oh, yeah, bushka, yeah, bushka. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, lots of weed. Lots of weed, struggling, but we'll get back out. Well, we're an hour before high water and there's been zero action. Baits have been coming, well, not baits, rigs have been coming back stripped, completely stripped. And a couple of times the rigs haven't disengaged, I've noticed as well. I don't know what I've done there. I think I might have tied the spring a bit tight. So I'm casting, I'm not clipping it down now, I'm just leaving it loose. Because I did get bites before and I didn't get anything from it. And I'm thinking that it's just been clipped down. Could be anything though. Still lovely to be out. You know my philosophy on this channel, it's all about being out, fishing secondary. If I catch something, fantastic. If we don't, so what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're any less a fisherman. You can't judge the day, and you can only catch what's in front of you. That's what I always tell you. And if you're new to fishing, don't get disheartened if you have sessions like this one that I'm having today, because they do come, and they come to the best of us. And it's just one of them things. It's part and parcel of doing this. You have to be resilient. Don't break down like me. I just want to fish. Oh. No, I'm only joking. No. Yeah, you've got to be resilient and just accept it. It's a cracking day and it is fairly peaceful as well. I'd much rather be standing here doing this and even blanking than standing amongst the mackerel mayhem. I can't do it. I don't think I'll ever do it again, to be quite honest. I've had years of it and this year was the pinnacle. Everyone seems obsessed. It's just bonkers. And I am sorted now for mackerel for this winter, thanks to Lenny. Lenny sorted us out with some nice fillets. So that's Lenny's tackling bait, of course. Bait and tackle, tackling bait, bait and tackle. Oh, Lenny the lad, Lenny Melado. He's a good egg. Yeah, so he sorted us out with some mackerel fillets, fairly cheap. So that's pretty good. So I've got them. All my crabs frozen for the winter. Just sorted, just need the winter to turn up now. I wish it would as well. Weed on my line again. Bloody hell. Inescapable. I can't even keep a line out now without weed. This weed is just pulling us pulling my gear off the bottom. It's a bloody nightmare. I think I've made a poor judgment coming to this mark today. As I say, it's always nice to get out, don't get us wrong. But I think I should have went elsewhere. I did want to fish closer to the mouth, but the tides are big. And I didn't want to go onto the pier. That's where my friend is, and it's busy. Obviously, high tide, the mackerel anglers will turn up. And of course, we've got the summer holidays, so everywhere's busy really. The beaches are busy with tourists, etc. Unless I get an early morning tide, I'm scuppered really. And the tides just haven't been kind this week. It is what it is. I shall always bring you the content, good or bad. I'm not just gonna put out content where I'm catching lots of fish, because I don't think that's fair, because that's not fishing. And it's getting stripped bare. Literally out for 5 minutes and it's stripped bare. The crab population must be immense in the river at the minute, which is quite strange because the lads with the traps aren't getting anything. So we're getting a bite. I can't believe it. I've got weed on as well, but I've been getting a bite as well. We're on top water now. Fingers crossed there's something, just to save the blank. There's definitely something on there. Was going before. I want to say it looked eelish, but I've got lugworm on. I think on this one, just lugworm. And I've lobbed it short. Yeah, there's definitely something going on there. Right, I'm going to check it. Fingers crossed, me chums. Let's get off this blank. Right, I'm up clear of the bottom now and slow it down a bit. There's something there, I think. Got weed as well, but could we be off the blank? It is an eel on lugworm. Oh my god. Well, you know what? Saved by the snotty. Get off me. You're tangled up good and proper, have you? Let's have a look. Yeah, he's wrapped that round good and proper. Well, I think I've hooked him in the tail actually. Yeah, I have full hooked him as well, but you know what? I'll take that. It's better than a blank. The blank's off. Let's get him off. Lugworm. An eel on lugworm. That's unusual. There he is. Another little snotty, but he saved the blank. Let's get him back. I was hoping for a flounder, but the blank's off. Get in there. Today's snack of choice, back onto the Yorkie raisin and biscuit. Best thing that happened to us today. Right, so I just got fastened up there. I've lost the rig on the second rod, so I've packed it down. It's not a fruitful session, so I'm not putting 2 rods out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to a 1 up, 1 down. And I'm going to put that out with a plain lead on, bounce it about, a last ditch effort to try and eke something out. Got to try. If you don't put the effort in, you don't get anything out, but we'll see. So I'll get this baited up and we'll get it out. And another little bleeder there. I did have some newspaper to hand this time, so got them in the newspaper. Plenty of these in the river, but that's about it. Well, my chums, retrieve the second rod in, fast, snapped, 2 rigs gone. I've just threw this 2 hook flapper out. It's going to be the last cast now. The weeds just getting on your line and pulling you straight into all the obstacles. It's impossible. It's just one of those things that you get here, you know. Got weed on this one right now. I don't know if you, doubt you'll be able to see the tip going, but big chunk of weed as soon as I've cast out. It's just been one of them sessions. What can I say? Well, congratulations if you've lasted this long, because it's been absolutely dire. Terrible video. I do apologise. Nothing I can do. Just nothing here. It's a lean time of year, unless you want to go spinning or, you know, across the west coast, etc. And I just can't. I haven't got the time. And spinning wise, I've kind of lost interest in that. So we'll just keep cracking on with it. Hopefully in the colder months I can bring you some better content. I do apologise. I do catch fish sometimes. If you're new to the channel, please look at some other videos and you'll see that I do catch it from time to time. But I'll be seeing this cast out and then I'm going to get myself off. It's soul destroying when it's like this, and you've got to know when to quit, and this is the time to quit. So thank you very much. Please do consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. It does get better. If you are continuing subscriber and you watch me content regularly, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You know, it means a lot to me, and I know that some videos can be a little bit quiet. That's just the way it is. I do apologise, but thank you very much, and I hope when you get out you get some fish yourselves. Do better than this. But until the next time, take care and tight lines. Well, me chums,